Hi everyone, my name is Andrew Thornhill. I'm an American businessman living and working in the Republic of Georgia. I'm a blockchain enthusiast and lecturer, and I'm also quite honored to be the ambassador of Cardano to the Republic of Georgia. When I first came to Georgia in 2007, I have to admit that I wasn't really a big wine drinker or someone that appreciated that kind of culture. But after living here and spending time here and being introduced to biodynamic wine growing and making, I really started to fall in love with that type of culture and that type of wine. So after living in Georgia for a few years, I was invited to a wine festival in Tbilisi, where I met Baia and Guanso Abuladze of Baia's Wine. And together they showed me not just how to drink wine, but really how to appreciate it. So they invited me to come here to their farm, and I did.
Then we became best friends.
Best friends.
And then we really learned together, we tried lots of different experiments in the winemaking process, lots of different style. And he's a very, very good student, honestly, in the winemaking world.
So then I became an investor.
Yeah.
I'm Baia Abuladze and I'm a member of Baia's wine team, and we're located in west part of Georgia, and here we have amazing wine terroirs, and we really love producing wine in the way we are always doing, and always we were being really deep farmers, and out of the wine we were not thinking about innovations, but with Andrew and with Cardano we really innovate our product, so thanks for such a great opportunity.
I'd like to chat a little bit about the technology behind the Cardano Scantrust track and trace system. Every bottle that Cardano has selected to be tracked and traced is affixed by a sticker. The sticker is coming from Scantrust, and the technology of this QR code is very interesting and unique. The QR codes are indestructible, and also you cannot replicate them. So we're quite positive, and you're positive, that every sticker is unique into the system. Once you scan this sticker, you're entering a new record into the entire system of how this is tracked and traced. There you learn the type of grape it is, you learn when the grape was harvested, you learn when that grape was fermented, you also learn when and where this bottle came from, and where and when it was shipped to. This particular bottle is supposed to end up in Holland, and so we're hopeful that when you scan this sticker, you see the complete and total history of this bottle and learn more about the family that made it, the winery, even pictures of where I'm at now. It's a complete global track and trace system, but the record itself is backed completely by Cardano. So what's unique about this system, about this track and trace system, is that utilizing the metadata from Cardano, we've authenticated this entire process so that you are very positive by verifying through the public key that's published on Baia's website that this record is completely unique and totally authentic inside the Cardano system, and we've used metadata for that. We believe it's the first metadata project that does track and trace across any blockchain in the world, but we're very confident that it's the first metadata project on Cardano. The technology is brand new, the system is completely unique, and it's global. It's fantastic for the producers, it's great for the consumer, and we hope that by scanning this bottle, you learn a little bit more about the technology and a lot more about the winemakers themselves.
This is actually amazing because what we want is to keep our traditions and bring this diversity to the world. So the winemaking tradition that Georgia has, it's very unique and it gives absolutely different value in terms of winemaking and in terms of consumers to try the new products. Also, as you know, in Georgia we have grape varieties, which is very different compared of grape varieties that the world knows, and this is additional contribution what we would be happy that the world finds out. And to do the export and to support the Georgian winemakers is the key.
We have a very big family. It's mom and dad and our grandpa, grandma, and two of my lazy siblings, Georgi and Baia. And right now we run wineries with my sibling. And our story is like that. I mean, since childhood, we were living here and we were playing and we were going also in a school together. And like vineyard and winemaking was always a big part of our family and a big part of our life since our childhood. And then when we figured out what we wanted to do in our life, we say that, okay, why we don't do that together? And actually it was my sister who really got that beautiful idea, and she spent lots of energy to show me and my brother how important and what was interesting to make wine.
These are the Scantrust labels that were given to us by Cardano and by Scantrust. Thank you very much, Jeremy and Ricardo. We are going to place these stickers on the bottle. We're going to put them for this particular product in London. We're going to in the UK. We're putting them right here. Then we have to activate it. Scantrust has an amazing application through a mobile phone, in which allows us to scan the sticker and then activate the product. So that when you then scan this picture, so before I activate it, the product will show as not activated and not authentic. But now that the sticker is activated, by taking a smartphone and just putting it right on it, it opens up a website. So now we have, as you can see here, this is a picture of Cardano wine. The product itself is activated. It's an active product with Cardano. We have the map to show where the product was harvested, where it was bottled, and now we're starting the journey. Some product history, some nice pictures of the girls and stories of what's going on. When you get this bottle, and if you scan it, it will be added to the total history, the supply chain history of the bottle. First of all, you'll be 100% sure it's authentic because we have the digital signature. We've done this. We are the only ones that can activate this bottle to make it real. And you will then have your history also added to it. So you'll actually know the complete and total transaction history of this bottle, from the time it was harvested, to the time it was fermented, to the time it was bottled, to the time it's gone to you. That's pretty cool.
And I really want to show you how we are taking care of those wines in a particular time of this year. And already the cluster is already well developed. So what we are looking for now is to keep and help the wine trees and help the leaves to be as healthy as possible. And you see that the result is really good. And the first cluster is well developed and the berries are now trying to grow. All the process in our vineyards are done by hands, and at the same time there are our friends who are always helping us, because it's not a really easy job, and it needs really a lot of power and a lot of energy and also motivation to do it. We don't use the herbicides, that's why there are a lot of grasses now, and we just cut them manually. And what is beautiful is that those grass goes back to the land for natural processes, and then we get the healthy soil, and those healthy wine is coming back to the bottle after a long time. I think that our future will be always connected to the innovations.
I think it's important when we talk about innovation in winemaking that we're not talking about changing how wine is made.
Yep.
We're not talking about changing the natural way that grapes are grown or adding some additional sprays or something. What we're talking about here specifically is the track and trace and the authenticity. It's the idea of making 100% sure the bottle of wine that you drink comes from Baia's. Behind me, the land you see is the appellation that's been selected by the country of Georgia to produce the blend Sitska, Solokar, Krakuna. These are 3 different Georgian grapes. All 3 are from Imereti, and the blend itself is licensed to come from this region. Now, this blend has become very popular outside of Georgia, and it's very important for the country of Georgia to protect that quality and protect that blend. One of the things that the QR codes does is that it helps to make sure that the bottle in your hand is coming from this region.
The key is to keep the quality and to keep the authenticity of the wines. And here I'm very happy that I see blockchain innovation and technology involved into these processes. I think the technology is the key that we should be using in every aspect of our daily life, in terms of procedures, in terms of procurement, in terms of promotion, in terms of using these different approaches, out-of-box approaches, because we can't afford of having traditional approaches. We can't afford of having traditional marketing or traditional way of entering to the markets. So we have to be more creative. Our resources are limited, and we have to be thinking out of the box. And technology, of course, gives this opportunity to the country and to SME sector as well as to the larger companies.
We feel very proud to be part of this amazing project, because this is kind of future. We feel that because when you are doing this, you figure it out what can future and modern technology can do with your production. So we feel very, very proud and happy to be part of that amazing project.
Bringing the women into economy, it really benefits the society as well as the economy. So I'm sure success stories like Baia and other women will definitely have a big role and backbone role into our country's development.
Our family is very big, but let me introduce one of the main person inside, the guy who really inspired us with the idea of winemaking, and he's our grandpa. ბაბუ, რა უნდა გითხო ეხლა? აი, შენი აზრით, ახალი ტექნოლოგიები როცა შემოდის და გაერთიანებულია ამ ტრადიციულ მეღვინეობასთან, რაღაცნაირად სინთეზში როცა არის, აი მაგ ამბავზე რას ფიქრობ?
საქმე რა შეეცით? ძველი ტექნოლოგია ჩვენთან ძალიან კარგი არის, ტრადიციული არის მეღვინეობიდან გამომდინარე, მაგრამ სიახლეს თუ არა გაუვსწორეთ თვალი, ვარიანტი არ არის, რომ ჩამორჩებით და იქნება ჩვენთვის ძალიან ცუდი. ამიტომ უნდა ავყვეთ იმ ფეხის ხმას, რომელსაც ქვია ახალი ტექნოლოგია.
It's really unique things, because if this bottle will end up in your hand, once you will open the bottle and if you want to scan it, then you will see the history of our small wine cellar from Georgia, and I hope you will enjoy with glass of wine.
Thousands of years of winemaking tradition in Georgia has another component, and that is the toast. So I would like to give a toast to Georgia. We talked about the past, about the thousands of years of tradition and history. We've talked about the present, what we're doing now here at Baia's Wine, and we talked about the future, which is the blockchain. My toast is that Georgia would use blockchain, possibly, to preserve its ancient tradition of winemaking. So I say to you, cheers.
And in Georgian we say galmarjos.
Galmarjos.
Yeah.
ხრანთა ფეხით მოვიარე შენ საძებნადა კოკას წყალი შევაგრე ვეთწვეთ ხელა